Welcome back to the Thick AF podcast. We're here with part 2 of our Love is Blind special. This is Emily.
And hey, y'all, it's Sarah.
We are happy to be here.
Very happy. Talking about Love is Blind.
Yeah, so we've got some extra stuff for the Love is Blind, the part 2 of the Love is Blind release. So like the 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th episodes of Love is Blind, season 5, right? Or season 4. So, but first, FMK.
And this time it's going to be much less lame than last week. I apologize, everybody.
Oh my gosh, it wasn't lame because
nobody cares about fruit.
Yes, they do. Well, this one's not that exciting either, but Netflix, Hulu, or Prime Video, what do you think?
So I am actually going to struggle with this one a little bit because I am currently watching Daisy Jones and the Six.
What is that?
It is based on a book. My sister has read the book and she told me about it last summer when she was at home at Christmas. I can't remember, but she said it's really good. And I think that it is supposed to be like loosely based on Fleetwood Mac. So it's a series.
And which one is it on?
It's on Prime.
Okay.
Yeah. And also, The Summer I Turned Pretty is on Prime. And I really liked both of those shows. But I don't really... And The Marvelous Miss Maisel. Oh, shoot. I
haven't watched that yet, but I
struggle.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I am marrying Netflix because that's just my life. And Love is Blind is on there. And Perfect Match. And like all these other, Netflix original shows. So I gotta marry Netflix. And... I don't know, Letterkenny is on Hulu, but again, I haven't dug into Prime Video that much, so...
Same. I feel like Prime Video is getting better.
Yes,
like
I would
lately,
agree with
especially,
that.
And I feel like they have some really good shows, but then I feel like sometimes I get on there and I'll watch the really good shows and then I'm done and I have nothing else to watch.
Agree.
But like Hulu, and I feel like Netflix is better at having new releases like more often.
I also think that Hulu is not super navigation friendly, and other people may disagree with me, but like I'm not the biggest fan. Also, I think that there is a ghost living inside of my Hulu because there continue watching shows on there that I've never clicked on before.
That would be your Brandon or your Melanie.
Well, they're not shows that Brandon would watch, so I don't think that it's
maybe
him.
It's somebody at Melanie's house.
Melanie and I have our own accounts in Hulu. So
I know, but what if somebody got in your account from Melanie's house? Like, clicked on Sarah instead
nobody's there at Melanie's.
How do you know?
I know that nobody's at Melanie's house.
Well, what if she has a friend over there? And they got on there and like, I mean, you don't know that she doesn't have friends come over. Oh my gosh. She's like, no, I know. If like I have a camera in there, I'm watching her. Are you sure she doesn't have like a dude coming over and hanging out?
I'm really sure of that.
Okay, but she doesn't have friends that come over and hang out?
No.
Well, I've seen her have snaps of friends over there.
Yeah,
doing the
me.
bop it. Not you. Other people.
No, you haven't.
Yes, I have.
That is literally a lie.
No, it's not. I've seen it and I've sent her messages.
Her sister, maybe.
No.
I guarantee you if we called Melanie right now and I asked her if she's ever had any friends at her house outside of me and Kelly and Victoria, the answer would be no.
Okay, well, maybe she said that to you because she doesn't want you to be jealous. Because I feel like I feel like you would be like, no, you wouldn't, but you have the potential to be like Shelby, Micah's friend.
Oh my God.
In Love is Blind with Melanie.
You're
if she were to get married.
Daggers today. And I don't like it.
Why? Because I said that was the only dagger that I had.
No.
What was the other dagger?
The pool.
The pool?
The drowning situation.
That wasn't the pool. That was a lake. And listen, we're going to delete that unless you want me to keep it. Like, I didn't know it was a secret. I thought it was a funny thing. No,
Melanie does not have any friends over. I think there is somebody else who throughout the years got our Hulu password and they are watching my Hulu and lying about it.
Okay, well that's...
So anyways, I'm fucking Hulu and killing Prime Video.
Okay, same for me. But okay, so I kind of Netflix has been my old faithful for the longest time. I used to not have Hulu. I've always had Prime, but they weren't always that great. I don't know. There's some things on there. I don't really get on it anymore unless somebody mentions, like you just mentioned, that there's one on there that I might want to watch. I don't really get on there, so I'm going to kill it. Even though I literally have like Amazon everything. So like Prime everything in my house. Like I have like Amazon Prime. I have like all the Alexa devices. I have like the Ring security system. Like I have like literally everything that you could think of that's Amazon. I love you, Amazon. Thank you for all the things that I have. But I'm going to kill Prime Video. I'm going to, and I'm going to, what did I say? I'm marrying Netflix, fucking Hulu. I do like Hulu. I don't like the fact that, like you said, it's not good to easy to navigate, but I see you smiling over there and texting. I don't know who you texting.
You know who I'm texting.
Are you texting Melanie because you think she's had other friends over?
Yeah.
Oh my God, she has. Like there was some girl over there that had like short hair or something. I was like, who's that? She told me who it was. It was in a Snapchat. I don't know. It was a while back. I'm telling you, there's been other people over there. Okay.
It's probably her mom or her sister.
It wasn't her mom. It was a young girl, like our age. Anyways, so
she said maybe you have a boy there. She said, tell her I have several and we're eating cheese toast.
Ew, cheese toast. Couldn't it? That's gross to eat with a boy. Isn't. Yes, it is. To eat cheese toast, you need to tell her to eat some strawberries or like whipped cream or I don't know, oysters.
Okay. She said, just start making shit up. It's what I always do.
Oh my God. So with me,
she was probably lying to you.
No, there was literally a video. Maybe it was like a fake person in her house or the ghost. It was her friendly ghost, Casper. Okay, so are you going to listen to my FMK? So yes. I'm Prime. I'm killing. Okay, Netflix. I'm marrying.
Doing the same.
But Hulu. I know, but I'm telling you why. Hulu. I'm saying you said it was not easy to navigate.
Yeah.
She doesn't listen to me, guys. This is why I have to talk so much. So, same in my whole family. My family does this too. We have Prime. When you Hulu, when you turn on the thing, you know, like on Netflix, you put it on and it starts playing like the trailer or the beginning of it.
Yeah.
Either the trailer or the beginning or whatever. And the sound's on. Well, on Hulu, it starts playing it, but there's no sound.
You have to click on it.
And then you have to click on it. So, but then it's like, I've already missed the first 2 minutes because my cursor my thing wasn't in the right spot. And
Melanie
I'm like, this is ridiculous.
Have ours to not play the previews on Netflix. We turned it off.
Oh, I like it. I love that's my favorite part because I go through and watch the preview and I'm like, oh, this is boring for the first couple seconds, and then I switch to the next one.
No, I'll watch the actual trailer.
Oh, well, I mean, I do that too if the preview thing that comes up looks good. Oh, okay. So there's a thing on Netflix. I know we have like time up, but like there's a thing on Netflix that I saw yesterday. It said new, and it's got Jennifer Lawrence. It has Bradley Cooper. But it said new on Netflix, and it was filmed apparently in 2013.
I feel like I know what you're talking about.
I put it on here. Hang on. I'm going to tell you.
Yeah, tell me what it's called, because I think I watched a preview for it the other day, and I was like, I really want to get into this, but I just don't know if I can.
I'm pulling it up right here. Netflix. It should be the first one. Nope, that's not it. It's called American Hustle.
Oh.
It says new.
I've seen it.
But it says...
Well, it may be new to Netflix.
Yeah, but I was like, oh, this looks new. I've never heard of it. Yeah. Oh, you have seen it? Is it good?
Uh-huh.
It looks really good. Okay, gotta turn this off. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Anyway, we're gonna get into that, the rest of this,
Love is
Blind.
Gossip talk.
Yes. And
opinions. At least we have somewhere to put our opinions.
Yeah.
You know, tell us what y'all think.
Yeah, tell us what you think. Love ya.
Thanks.
Okay, what about Marshall and Jackie?
I have so much to say.
Okay. Marshall can cook, by the way.
Marshall is
amazing.
A king.
I love him so much. He's
so do
I. My favorite.
100,000%.
Jacqueline is a drama queen.
He is calm. He is patient. He can cook. He's handsome.
He is hot.
He's nice.
He's got those eyes. Oh my God.
Yes. And you know, I thought when she was, you know, pitching her fit or whatever and talking about them, you know, not having sex, I thought it was going to be a different reason.
Uh-huh.
And then when that came out, I was like, damn. So I don't know.
She basically, what I got from that, the whole thing, was that she wanted him to like throw her around in the bedroom.
But like hardcore is what it sound like.
Yeah. And I think that the way that she's treating him, trying to get in a fight with him like that, is her way to create that. Yeah.
In preparation for makeup sex.
Not reacting to it.
No, he's not taking the bait.
Because he is amazing. I love him. Can you please come marry me, Marshall?
This is what I wrote down.
Okay.
I'll read part of it. Let me see. I wrote, Jacquelina acting like an asshole while she's stressed out about meeting Marshall's family. And they were so nice. His sister was so nice. But she was being an asshole before all that. Just, I mean, so dramatic. And her family isn't on board, with her and Marshall. And I think that she's projecting all of her stress and anxiety from that onto him and that relationship, and just being like, I can't do this, whatever.
She freaks out way too much real fast.
Yeah.
She's like, oh, one little thing. And she's like, I can't talk. Oh, I don't know what to do. Oh my God, this is too stressful. And I'm like, literally, there's no stress on you right now.
She's putting so much pressure on him. And I think she relies on him for her happiness. And she speaks over him all the time. When she told him, you're ruining my vibe, when he tried to give her his coat at the party or whatever.
Yeah, okay. But hold on.
You are an asshole.
That part was weird. Okay, so that part, I didn't like him doing that because I felt like he was doing that because, okay, so Sarah kind of already said this, that there were other people at the party, and guess who shows up? Old Josh, who is the one that told Jacquelina or Jackie that he was going to, he had his bags packed up, and if it wasn't her, he was going to leave. And then Marshall got pissed off and was like, what the hell? Who's talking to my girl? And then Josh was like, hey, it was me or whatever. Well, I thought Josh was cool in the beginning, and I was like, oh, Josh said this stuff. And you said something, this is on our last one when we talked about this. You were like, no, Josh sucks. And then I saw this episode, and I was like, oh my gosh, Josh. What the hell?
Marshall doesn't deserve to be treated the way that she's treating him. And I think that and maybe I wasn't like reading enough because I was just so mad at her and her behavior that maybe the coat thing was a little aggressive on Marshall's part.
I thought it was weird. I think he was trying to cover her up because
he was.
Because Josh was there.
Yeah, maybe he was.
But she wasn't even really that like uncovered.
No, she really wasn't.
They were inside. He was like, you're going to catch a cold. And I was like, no, she's not. She's going to be fine.
I think he was just trying to be sweet, and it, obviously wasn't received very well by her. But when he does anything, it's not received well, aside from cooking her food.
Yeah, I guess. Well, so back to when they were meeting the parents. My thing is.
And Marshall's sister.
Yeah, I was like, Jacquelina trying to meet the parents is a lot. She is like ruining things.
Yeah.
And then what the hell's up with her family that makes her so crazy? Like, I don't understand. Like in the first couple of episodes, she had that breakdown, that anxiety attack. Like, and she was like, oh, my family, whatever. And then she said her mom's not happy that she did the experiment. And then she was in a whole mood when they came to visit. Like, we still haven't learned why her family makes her so crazy.
We may not.
What the hell's, they haven't said anything about it.
No.
And she said, like in the first couple of episodes when she had that panic attack on the honeymoon or whatever, she was like, I have to go back to my family. I have to go back to this. And like, what are you going back to? Like, is she taking care of her family or something? Like, does she financially support them? I don't really understand. It's kind of weird. And
I don't know. I just don't have the patience for it. You're grown. You're in your late 20s. Figure it out.
Yeah. And
go grab some therapy.
Yeah. Marshall's way more relaxed and obviously more stable mentally than Jackie. And I don't think they're going to work out.
No, because he fully acknowledges when she tries to pull him into the toxicity, and he's not letting it happen. And props to him for that. And
maybe they will work out because he is so good at like handling her. Because that could be a thing that she needs. She needs somebody like him. But she's going to have to do some work.
I think probably what she aches for is somebody who is stability for her, but she is pushing every button that he has in order to get to that point, and that could be what pushes him away. Like, there's only so much that somebody like Marshall, who's in that position of providing stability for somebody else, can take before they're just like, screw it. Like, I don't want to do this.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And when she was like, oh, you need to boss up. She said he needed to boss up and that he's not a man and he's not doing romance stuff.
I mean,
so he left, but then she packed her stuff.
Yeah. And she was bitching at him for leaving and all. I mean,
she was like, I'm not playing games with you. Sorry. I didn't mean to.
Yeah. No, I mean, I get why he did that. Like, take a beat, take some space. It doesn't, I mean, I understand what she's saying at the same time that, you know, she feels like he's running away, but I guarantee you that conversation between the two of them that got him to the point of needing to leave was circles of her same bullshit
same thing over and over again, getting him to react.
Right. And I mean, how long do you sit around and do that? Because if you expect somebody to do that for, you know, 2 days with you, you're crazy.
Yeah. And then she came back and basically gaslit him and was like,
absolutely,
I'm not playing this game with you. When she was packing her bag, she's like, I'm not playing games with you.
Also,
I'm like, who's playing the games? You are the one playing the games.
She is, because she was packing her shit up as soon as he got back. And he gave her a heads up when he was coming back, and so she knew it, and so she just turns on the drama, and I don't like that.
It's like she wants him to show that
he chase
and
he fight,
and he wants to be like, hey, I want you so bad, blah blah blah. But
he's also telling her, I love you, and she doesn't say that back to him. She is holding that out over on his head, and not giving him what he's giving her. How can you bitch at somebody and you're not getting enough from them, whether it be sexually, emotionally, whatever, but you're also not giving?
Yeah.
You don't deserve it. If you're both, you know, giving, then it's one thing. You're going to have a fuss about it, you know, whatever. But if you're going to sit there and not give and just take, nah.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes, so I think he said something about how he does all these things and she doesn't do anything that make him feel special. And I see that, and I get that, because like there are a lot of females, and I'm not trying to call out the girls, like call out us, because I'm on team ladies, but like a lot of us, sometimes we think that the guy's supposed to do everything, but like we don't return the favor to them. Does that make sense? Like we ask for all these things, and then like, and it's vice versa. It could be for guys too. There's some guys that think that the girl should do everything.
Yeah.
But like, you can't do that. You have to, nobody's going to stick around. I mean, some people might because they're crazy, but nobody's going to stick around for somebody who's not giving anything back.
No, like you got to meet in the middle for sure.
But then hold on. So he said at one point, he said he sees her as a project. She was like, well, why did you match with me? He saw her as a project. Did you
I did see that, and I don't think that's what he meant, even though that's what came out of his mouth. I think that he was angry in that moment, and that's what he used. But I think what he meant was he sees potential for her to be a great partner for him.
Right. Yeah. I get that. Jackie's too much drama. I love Marshall. She wants the wrong kind of attention.
Absolutely.
I hate that when people just pick fights to make sure the other person's still in it. Oh my God, it makes me crazy. I don't understand that. Okay, so in my notes, I have...
go ahead.
I have a, OMG, did Marshall just make Jackie put his coat on because Josh is there at Chelsea's birthday party? Was it Chelsea's birthday party?
It was.
Yeah, and I was like, wow. He said, put this on. You're not about to catch a cold. And then I said, OMG, Jackie wants Josh. Because like...
I think she would... in a heartbeat leave Marshall, because Josh would give her that toxic relationship that she is very clearly craving.
But literally everybody at that party was like, why is he even here?
Yeah.
Oh my God, it was so great. I was like, he was wasted face.
Oh, absolutely. It was embarrassing for him. It was
so embarrassing. Oh my God. He was talking crap about Marshall. And you know what? Marshall was so PC and like so nice. He was just like, so as I put in my notes, I want to marry him. And then I put period and Paul. And you know, so, but like Josh went up to Marshall and was like, man, don't be mad at me. Remember that? And he was like wasted. He was like, cause come try to steal a girl. And I'm like, steal your girl. I don't know if that came out right, but like,
it was crazy.
It was wild.
I've never seen anything like it.
And Marshall turned around after he left and he was like, what just happened?
I mean, it was nuts. Can we talk about Brett and Tiffany next? I want to leave Micah and Paul for last.
Yes. Let me get to the Bretts and Tiffany's in my notes.
I didn't take any notes, but I saw a couple memes today, so it kept me fresh. I also watched this on Sunday, so it hasn't been too long. But they are so cute. She had me freaking out that she was going to drop that Dutch oven.
Oh my gosh, I forgot about that.
I about died.
Me too. And then she just laughed afterwards. I would have been like, oh! I would have had like anxiety. Like I would have been like, somebody else come get this. Help.
She's very giggly, and I do like that like fun spirit about her. But Brett does. I wonder if her calling him Bougie Brett is going to get on his nerves eventually, because I guess it's one of those things. And I think that Jessica, if she were here, she would back me up about this. If you have like the means and to spend money on something, then absolutely. It doesn't necessarily make you bougie, but I think if people continuously call you that, it's going to be aggravating.
Well, I just wonder if she brought that up because maybe she saw something that made it seem to her that maybe he was spending his money on things that he shouldn't be spending them on and not on other things. Like when she said something about like how, she was like, I'm okay with you spending that money as long as you pay the bills. And I'm like, I get that. Like, as long as you can take care of your stuff. But there's some people that will go out and buy these things. Like he said, he, bought expensive luggage. And that's
Do you think he puts his luggage on the bed?
Probably. Yeah, probably so. I mean, yeah, probably. But she at first, before they started talking about all that, she was like, Brett said he was a simple person. And she was like, no, you aren't.
Which I think is fair.
Yeah. But like, it's funny that he thought he was a simple person and I don't know. I don't really know. I feel like we haven't dug into him much.
No, I don't feel like I know a whole lot about either one of them.
Same.
Just, I think because there isn't drama surrounding the relationship, it's hard for the cameras to kind of dig in. I mean,
right.
They've had a few, I wouldn't even call that last conversation a tough conversation. I mean, they, pretty much agreed to, not necessarily, split bills. They don't want to pay each other for a mortgage, via Venmo. And,
yeah, that's like for real. Like that's legit conversations you have to have.
Absolutely.
Like who's going to pay
but,
for this?
We still don't know much about him other than that. He likes, his Jordans. That's about it.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
Yeah. Do you not remember the shoe boxes? He's got the plastic shoe containers that have the front facing
I don't remember
flaps that open up and he can get his J's out of there.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I like that.
She was like, where are my shoes going to go? And he's like, we can get you boxes.
Yes. Thank you. Buy me some boxes and some $1,200 suitcases. Yeah, I don't really have a lot of notes about Brett and Tiffany. I think that they're probably going to get married.
Yeah. When they did that little like picnic situation or whatever, they also, I don't remember exactly what was said, but they seem to be on the same page about things. And so I feel confident in them.
Yeah. So,
but also, I'm sorry, one last thing. The previews that it shows for like the altar makes it look like Tiffany is hyperventilating and gonna say no. So I'm very curious to see how that plays out. I don't remember seeing that.
See, I need to go back and watch those. Okay, so do you have anything else about Brett and Jackie? Right now, I don't really have anything.
I didn't write anything down. This is all just from...
Yeah, mine was really just like his expense. She called him Bougie Brett. Mm-hmm. Okay, so Paul and Micah. Paul got one of his couches off the side of the road, and he has a lot of pocket knives. Like, did you see how many pocket knives?
He's an environmental scientist.
But it's just like weird for them to be sitting out on every table.
He's a dude. That's his
I
decor.
have pocket knives too, but I don't have them like just chilling everywhere. It was interesting, and it looks like he lives in a frat house or like a dorm. I don't know how old he is.
It looks like he moved into like his second apartment after college, and like, why would you also, who has two sofas? Like, where's your chairs? Where are the chairs?
Well, see, that's why I think he lives in a frat house. Like that, but like, and I get it. So a lot of times there are men who in our world are brought up that women are the ones that, do everything. And like, they're the ones that make the home. And, his house wasn't that dirty or anything, I don't think. But like, he obviously took the advice of our society and said, I'm not going to be the one that focuses on the house, and he just looks like he lives like a frat boy, and it's like maybe his mom probably bought him his, cups and bowls and stuff.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I mean,
because she probably came over and was like, I'll clean your bathtub before your new girlfriend comes over because you don't know how to do it.
I mean, I don't know. It's one of those things where, like, I even feel like I can say that, like, I drank out of, like, plastic cups, a lot for a while. And I just started, like, collecting, like, nice glassware. But I also didn't really have cupboard space before. And I, like, didn't unpack all my kitchen stuff. So, like, I had some room to collect new stuff. And I'm 35. So, like, I'm still getting there. Like, I just bought pasta bowls for myself for the first time this year. So, like.
What is the difference between a regular bowl and a pasta bowl?
I don't know, like a big fat, not super deep bowl. Like, I don't know.
Gotcha.
Like a restaurant pasta bowl.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, I don't have those. Yeah, my mom, though,
But I don't have cereal bowls either.
Oh.
I don't eat cereal.
Like regular bowls?
Like the bowls that we had out tonight were cereal bowls for me.
That's a cereal? I was like, I don't know. It's just a bowl to me. Like a bowl. I don't call it.
No, I don't eat
cereal either, but
I
eat stuff out of bowls.
I have salad bowls that, like, aren't super wide, but they're also not that deep.
So what's the difference between a salad bowl and a cereal bowl?
A cereal bowl comes up much higher. It's deep, so it can hold the milk.
So there's just a bowl is a bowl to me. I don't know. My mom started giving me, which I have been very, very fortunate that my mom did this. And I think that when I was younger, I probably didn't like appreciate it as much, but she, like, for Christmas or like my birthday or something, she'll buy me like my china that I have. I've gotten that, and she's got more at her house. So like when I get a bigger place, and she has the same china too, because we both liked it. And, so when I get a bigger place, she'll either pass me hers and the extra that she bought me so that I have more. Because right now I think I only have like 8 place settings because I don't have a big house and I don't.
Right.
And so that's been really nice. She bought me silverware, like wine, like crystal glasses, like random stuff like that she's done. And it's been very helpful to, get things going. And a lot of times people don't have that.
Yeah.
And a lot of times parents don't do that because people don't care about it, stuff like that. My mom does. She's kind of old school. She loves that. Like, she likes to give me things for the kitchen. I'm pretty sure if we went through my kitchen, like legit, like I'm pretty sure like most everything she bought for me or like handed down to me. I mean, except for maybe like the spatulas that I bought at the dollar store, It's nice. It's nice to have that stuff. And I get it, but like his house looks like, honestly, he could have bought a couch by now. Right? Like if I don't know, maybe he's got a lot of money saved up. And if he doesn't, then that's sad. I don't know. Some people don't spend their money on stuff like that.
Yeah.
I have dated boys where I went to their house and I was like, ew.
You want to know what a red flag for me is? Like, red flag number 1.
What? Dirty toilet?
Navy blue sheets.
Why navy blue sheets?
They just reek of, like, dirty college boys.
Yeah, but, like, I'm pretty sure, like, every dude I've known has had navy blue sheets. I don't like navy blue. Like, I would never, like, why would you want that dark of colored sheets? I don't know.
I don't want them, and I don't ever want to sleep on them.
So, and also if you're in college and you buy navy blue sheets, you should not do that because stains on there show up really well. So you should get white sheets.
100%.
Or off-white sheets.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just in case you got a little color in that stain.
Gross.
I mean, I don't know. You might be gay. I don't know. I'm going to take that out. Yeah, don't get navy blue sheets, guys. So, okay. So Paul and Micah, let me see what else we got.
I thought Micah's parents were so cute.
Yeah. Also, Paul's mom is literally Micah in like a younger version.
Absolutely. Or older version.
Yeah. And it's so funny because like, how did Paul know? He like that they were going to, I mean, it's like he's literally marrying his mom.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so weird. Okay, so hold on. They started talking about their places where they're going to live, and she said something about Arizona.
Yeah.
I'm like, is she from there and just moved there for the show like you were trying to get me to do in Charlotte? Or like I mean, like, why does she have a place in Arizona?
I don't know. I couldn't catch that because at one point I thought it was her, that she had somebody that lived in Mobile. But
I thought it was her too. Ooh. Was it her?
But I don't know. But then she said when she talked to, I can't remember who it was. I don't know.
That was her. His mom said that to her. His mom was like, I knew everything about you. We did a Google.
Yes.
Because I'm a paralegal or whatever.
Yes,
and
yes,
something in Mobile. I think it was like an aunt or somebody in Mobile.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Because I did not get the vibe that her parents were from the South.
Oh, no. No, not at all. Definitely not.
Yeah.
And her dad, so at one point his name's Paul too.
Yes, it is.
Because at first he said, oh, I like him, of course, because he's Paul. And I was like, what is he talking about? And then later they were like, Paul. And I was like, oh, it's Paul's name. But her mom said, she said her biggest fear is that Micah's going to get her heart broken. And her dad was like, oh, I never really thought of that. But I guess that's a big deal too.
Well,
okay.
I think it's easy to get caught up in the moment of that. Like, you're a number one on TV, which is something that they're probably not used to.
A number one. Yeah. Sorry.
Shush. On TV, and then they're being asked these interview questions after they just got done meeting this man that their daughter is going to marry. And the immediate, like, the whole premise of that meeting was just to get to know him and kind of approve or not approve of him. You know what I mean? So then to be asked the question, you know, what's your biggest fear of what's going to happen? That probably hasn't been thought through yet.
But like that to me would be the number one fear. What other fear would you have at this point?
I mean, her dad did say he could be a serial killer.
Oh, I know he might be. Because I think that she said that too. Michael was like, are you a serial killer with the knives or something? Oh my gosh. Well, so back to the Arizona thing. So she was trying to get him to move to Arizona or like split time.
Yes.
And then later on she was like, I'm going to move in with him.
Right. I did think that was strange. So there was obviously a conversation that happened
in between.
Yeah. Either off camera or it got edited out or whatever that we were not privy to, because that definitely threw me for a loop-de-loop.
And I'm really proud of her for compromising with that, even though she hated his place. Mm-hmm. Like she was like, oh, I don't think so. And she was like, you know what? I'm going to move here because I work remote.
Well, I do wonder if maybe that was part of their compromise. Obviously, we weren't part of that conversation, but maybe he did agree to split time with her if they moved into his house instead of hers.
Yeah. Oh, locally. Yeah. That's a good idea. Yeah, that would be a good thought. Yeah. Interesting. Okay. So Micah's friends.
Green dress.
Shelby, is that her name?
Ogre.
Shelby.
Shrek.
Yeah. What in the world?
She has some nerve coming in hot like that. And also, I think that she must have 1,000 insecurities because
she's jealous too, probably
100%, because she was very straight up and like almost boastful that she has ended some of Micah's relationships before. If any of my friends ever did that to me, I would be pissed. You come to me, we have a one-on-one conversation and we talk about it. But to allow your friends to end a relationship, you are also insecure and not able to make decisions on your own.
Well, and obviously you could tell that whenever Shelby, her friend, was like saying all this stuff, and then Paul, I thought he handled it well. He was like, well, I don't really care what you think, kind of thing. And Shelby was like, excuse me? You don't care?
He didn't say anything mean at all.
He didn't.
But also, Micah never should have let her go in on him.
No,
like
and that's what I'm saying.
It's
like
a lot.
When she was like kind of going, exactly.
That he was wrong after he said, I don't care what you think. Issues. I care about what you think. You're my partner. And that is how it should be.
Right. Well, and I get it. Like, I think that he probably would have cared more what that other girl thought if she hadn't acted like that. I mean, wouldn't you? Like, at this point, I'm like, you know what? You are a little bit ridiculous, and I don't really give a hell damn whatever you
absolutely
what you think, because you suck.
If she had come in and nicely explained her concerns or whatever, then I think that he would have been able to have a very intellectual conversation with her that was level-headed and calm. Instead, she just came in like a damn bulldozer, acting like she runs Micah's life, and it seems like Micah lets her.
Oh, yeah, it does. And so I wrote on here, my last comment about them was, is Shelby a lesbian or something and is jealous of Paul? Like maybe Shelby has feelings for Micah, and I mean, like this is just a theory.
Yeah.
And is jealous of him, or like she's afraid of losing her friend. Like, why doesn't she like Paul? Paul has not done anything to her. Paul has literally not said, I mean, I don't know what conversations were off camera or what, but like, he's not even that weird. Like, he's super nice.
Well, and this is clearly where Micah gets her mean girl behavior.
Oh, yeah.
Due to her friendships. And the other girl wasn't that bad at all. Like, she seemed to be supportive, whatever.
Oh, yeah.
And she didn't really, she
didn't say much.
No,
that we saw.
Yeah, she did say one thing, basically about like, if you can date Micah, then that's something that other folks haven't really been able to do, almost as if she was like a difficult person.
Yeah.
Which I would be upset if my friend said that about, like, during a first meeting anyways. I mean, you would tell Brandon that if he texted you tomorrow and was like, Sarah's being an asshole, and you'd be like, well, sometimes she's like that, whatever. But like on a first
But Brandon
meeting,
wouldn't do that.
No, he wouldn't. But you know what I'm saying? Like,
right, yeah.
The first time that you met him, you were not mean to him.
Right. No. I was super nice to him because I wanted him to feel comfortable. I didn't want him to like obviously, if I was jealous of you having a boyfriend, then I would have been mean. That's why I think she was jealous.
It's just bizarre that that's how you decide to show up, and in first impression for, somebody who's supposed to be your best friend that is going on the show and is quite obviously engaged to this human.
I mean, unless Paul did something off camera that we didn't see that was really terrible, because I can see myself, if some guy showed up and was talking shit to you and saying stuff, I can probably see myself. It would take a lot. It would take a lot for me to say something mean to him, to like Brandon if he did that, if he showed up.
I don't think that Paul would do that.
I don't either.
And I mean, the internet is dragging this girl.
Yeah.
Like, it's wild. And she deserves every bit of it. And not to say that producers wouldn't let that happen, and if Paul did something obnoxious, then we would all know.
Right.
Like, I mean, she's essentially a villain at this point, but nobody gives a shit about her because she may show up and sit in the audience at the wedding, but like, she's not going to be a part of like everyday, scenes that they're shooting.
Right.
So surely he didn't say anything that was that egregious.
I don't know. Poor Paul. He's the best.
Well, and then he sat there while I think, and here's the other thing that popped out at me. Shelby started crying after that, saying, he's not the one for you. Whatever. No, girl, you're crying because you just got embarrassed on national television for being a bitch.
Or she should be crying.
Why you're crying.
Or she should be, yeah. I have a note that says, Zach has the best advice. It's next to my Paul is the best thing. Zach has the best advice. I can't remember what they were talking about, but if we go back talking about Chelsea's birthday party, like just all the little things that happened, because we had Josh show up, okay? And then I think the producers were assholes because they brought him because Marshall and Jackie were fighting.
Well, they also brought Amber.
Yes, Amber shows up.
And there was zero conversation there.
Yeah.
And by the end of that party, she found out who Paul was. And I guarantee you, if she tried to approach him, I bet you he said no.
So Amber was Paul's second choice. And of course, Micah immediately, when she shows up, Micah is like immediately over on him, hanging on him, even though she had been talking to Kwame the whole time.
Yes, she had again.
Yeah. And then Kwame and Micah were talking, and Kwame has his laugh is the worst. I think you texted me about it too, didn't you? You were like, "Oh my god, was it you?"
I said Josh's laugh. Was
I was talking
ridiculous.
about. I thought we were talking about Kwame's laugh. Kwame was like,
responded. Yeah, you responded and said, "Have you listened to Kwame's?" And I was like, and Josh was just like taking over that whole party. I mean, it was just crazy. But I mean, I'm trying to think of what else happened that popped out at me at that party. I think, Irina wasn't there, so we got to talk about Kick Rocks Irina for a second, because she also had a meeting with Micah because there was romantic feelings or something.
She told Irina before they left the honeymoons or whatever, was it Micah? She told Micah that she had feelings for Paul, right?
Yeah, which was the craziest thing, because I don't even remember watching them in the pods like have a conversation at all.
No, she didn't. She only had feelings for him after she saw him.
Right, which is just crazy. And like, she didn't even own anything when Michael was trying to have that conversation with you. She was just like, Irina was like, I appreciate you, and I'm so glad that we're friends. It's like, bitch, you've been friends with a girl for 2 weeks. She ain't your real friend.
No.
And you're crazy trying to go after her man when she is the only one who rode for you in that pod house.
Oh, yeah.
The only one. And so now Irina has come out and said that she has, privately apologized to the people that she has wronged. No, girl, that's because you have a business, and your business is probably being affected by your terrible ass behavior on this show. Mean girl shit.
I'm interested to see who they bring that didn't get matched up onto the reunion. Is it called the reunion?
They've got to bring Irina.
I mean, Irina's going to be on there for sure. Because obviously.
Yeah.
And then do you think Josh is going to be there?
I think Josh is going to be on there. And the only reason why I say that is because the previews for the next handful of episodes, he's meeting with Jackie again. So, he's popping up again.
Well, so Josh went over and shooed all the girls away from Jackie and was like, let me have a conversation with you. And he started saying how he felt about her or whatever.
Well, he was bumbling through his slurry words.
You couldn't even tell what he was saying.
Right.
But Jackie was like, oh, I had no idea he felt that way. And I'm like, he was the one that told you he was packing his bags because if it wasn't you. I feel like she is...
playing both sides of the fence.
Yeah, she's... and Josh... listen, Jackie, if you get with Josh, good luck to you, honey. You're going to be broken up very soon because he sucks.
Well, that or else you're going to be in a lifelong toxic ass relationship.
Right. Mm-hmm. Marshall, I'll take you.
You going to move to Seattle?
Hell yeah, he can move to Alabama if he wants to. Birmingham. But I work remote, so I can work anywhere.
Exactly.
It's the only thing is the healthcare. I hope he has good health insurance because my health insurance would technically only be able to be in Alabama. Anyways.
I think you should slide into his DMs.
I mean, I'm pretty sure he has lots of girls sliding into his DMs.
I'm pretty sure he does too, but who's to say that you're not the one he picks?
Why are you looking at me like that? She did her eyebrows big. She's like, she always makes these faces at me, and nobody can see them except for me.
Because why not? Shoot your shot, girl. Who cares?
Hey, Marshall. What if he's married though? We don't know if he's married. To Jackie.
You have 3 weeks to slide in the DMs.
We need to wait for the after the altar.
After the altar, yeah.
Yeah, and all that stuff. So okay, well, thank you guys for hanging out with us while we talk about Love is Blind.
We like the gossip.
Yeah.
Fun times.
Yeah. Sarah, lead us out with the deets.
Thanks again for joining us. You can find us on Instagram at Thick AF Podcast. That's 2 C's in thick. And then if you want to go ahead and shoot us an email, give us any feedback, tell us what you want us to talk about, anything like that, it's thickafpodcast@gmail.com.
Thank you. See you next time.
Bye.